Hopefully this shape looks familiar. This is about as easy as it gets for Pythagorean theorem. This is one of the most important formulas that you learn in geometry, and we're going to need it here because we're going to need to solve for c, which is the hypotenuse. Now, if you don't remember it, it is given to you in the reference chart. It's right here, and notice how similar this picture, even with the letters, matches with this one here. The only difference is they switched A and B, but it's the same thing. Those two don't matter. Let's put the numbers we are given in there. A is 4 and B is 5. And now we're going to use a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. For whatever reason, they put the c first. It doesn't really matter. I think most of you learn it the way I wrote it, so I'm going to stick with that. So let's do 4 squared plus 5 squared is equal to c squared. So that's 16 plus 25 is equal to c squared. Actually, you know what? Don't be stupid, Mike. We don't need to do that because look at what they've got here. They don't have 16 or 25 in here. They have 4 squared and 5 squared. So all we need to do to solve for c is get c alone. Right now it's not quite alone. It's got a squared on it. So we got to undo that squared. So there you go. Let's take the square root of that side, square root of this side. That's going to get c by itself. And we don't need to do anything else. We see that answer choice is right here in D, 4 squared plus 5 squared. So I almost kind of didn't follow my own advice in this situation. You should look at the answer choices ahead of time. You should just get a sense of how they look and what they're going for, and make sure that your robot brain doesn't just take over and start solving things the way you learned in school. We don't need to here, right? We don't need to get like the simplest radical form of this thing. We just need to see it. We're plugging things in and kind of doing the bare minimum to solve. That's okay, because that's what they wanted from us. So make sure you kind of look at those answer choices on all sorts of questions before you really dive in, so you have a sense of where you want to end up. You don't want to waste your time doing extra work or waste your brain power doing extra work either. The SAT sometimes asks for stupid things. I think this is a stupid thing, but it's what they asked for.